Hello, everybody. Good morning. So many lovely faces today. I'm so excited to be up here. Get to see everybody. All right, so before I would like to start my sermon, I would like to take this time for if all the fathers could please stand up and let us acknowledge and give them a warm round of applause for all the hard work that they do. So I would like to share with you a short story called God's Blessing. And it was written by an anonymous person. So here it is. The man whispered, "God, speak to me," and a meadowlark sang. But the man did not hear. So the man yelled, "God, speak to me," and thunder rolled across the sky. But the man did not listen. The man looked around and said, "God, let me see you." And a star shone brightly. But the man did not see. So the man looked around and said, "God, show me a miracle." And a new life was born. But a man did not know. So the man cried out in despair, "God, touch me and let me know that you are here." Whereupon God reached down and touched the man. But the man brushed the butterfly away and walked on. The moral of the story is, don't miss out on a blessing just because it isn't packaged the way you expect. God's blessing comes to us in all different packages. We always have to be aware of God's gifts that He leaves us throughout the week. Sometimes these gifts that we receive may not always be what we want, but they are always what we need. Like in the story, the man asked God to be seen, to be heard, and to provide a miracle. God did all those things, but the man was not open to receiving God's gifts. We have to constantly be opening our hearts and reevaluating every time to make sure that we can receive God's gifts. Well, while I was in school, some days would just be bad. Like I would get a bad grade on a test, I would, forget to write a paper. And on those days, I would put on my walking shoes and walk to my favorite spot on campus. I think it's important to have a spot where God speaks to you. You can go and meet Him and have time with Him. So for me, during college, that time was, or that spot was on a little hill that overlooked the athletic field. And I would go there and I could watch the sunset. And for me, watching the sunset is one one of the ways God speaks to me, because they're different every single time. And so when I was in high school, I would go to the beach and listen to him in the waves as they kiss the shoreline, put my feet in the sand, and that was really important. That helped me through school to be able to have a spot for God, to be able to, for him to give me gifts and give me, and sometimes inspiration, and sometimes an answer to a prayer that I've been having. And as I look to the Bible to see what it says about blessings, I chose this passage from Matthew. Matthew was a former tax collector, and he was inspired by the words of Jesus and became one of Jesus' 12 apostles. So it goes like this. And opening his mouth, he began to teach them, saying, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are the gentle, for they shall inherit the earth. Blessed are those who hunger for thirst and righteousness, for they shall be satisfied. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall receive mercy. Blessed are the pure of heart, for they shall see God. Blessed are those who have been persecuted for the sake of righteousness, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are you when man casts insults upon you, and persecute you, and say all kinds of wrongs against you, on the account of me. Rejoice, and be glad, for your reward is great in heaven. For they also prosecuted the prophets before you." Sometimes there are things in life that are hard or difficult, and that we forget that every action has a reaction attached to it. But what Matthew teaches us is to always look to God. God is always there as a parent, and without judgment and love. We always have to remember to celebrate truly how far we've come as a person, as a family, and also as a movement as well. These little moments in life can be just a simple thank you, God, for today. Because I know I've become caught up in what has to be done, what needs to be done. But I forget to notice the little moments, such as a sunny day for the Father's Day barbecue, or the fact that there's a roof over our heads, or, things like that. So, since one of my favorite things to do is listen to other people's stories and hear how they came to be, I thought it would be appropriate to include a TED Talk. This TED Talk was given in June 2011, but I still find it relevant today. And it's given by Louis Schwarzenberg. He is a cinematographer who specializes in time-lapse photography. Through this TED Talk, he inspired me and reminded me to be grateful for every single day that we are given. So now we will watch this TED Talk. So enjoy.
When I graduated UCLA, I moved to Northern California, and I lived in a little town called Elk on the Mendocino coast. And I didn't have a phone or TV, but I had U.S. mail. And life was good back then, if you could remember it. I'd go to the general store for a cup of coffee and a brownie, and I'd ship my film to San Francisco, and lo and behold, 2 days later, it would end up on my front door, which was way better than having to fight the traffic of Hollywood. I didn't have much money, but I had time and a sense of wonder. So I started shooting time-lapse photography. It would take me a month to shoot a 4-minute roll of film, because that's all I could afford. I've been shooting time-lapse flowers continuously, non-stop, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for over 30 years. And to see them move is a dance I'll never get tired of. Their beauty immerses us with color, taste, touch. It also provides a third of the food we eat. Beauty and seduction is nature's tools for survival because we protect what we fall in love with. It opens our hearts and makes us realize we are a part of nature and we're not separate from it. When we see ourselves in nature, it also connects us to every one of us because it's clear that it's all connected in one. When people see my images, a lot of times they'll say, "Oh my God." Have you ever wondered what that meant? The "oh" means it caught your attention, it makes you present, makes you mindful. The "my" means it connects with something deep inside your soul. It creates a gateway for your inner voice to rise up and be heard. And God is that personal journey we all want to be on, to be inspired, to feel like we're connected to a universe that celebrates life. Did you know that 80% of the information we receive comes through our eyes? And if you compare light energy to musical scales, it would only be 1 octave that the naked eye could see, which is right in the middle. And aren't we grateful for our brains that can, take this electrical impulse that comes from light energy to create images in order for us to explore our world? And aren't we grateful that we have hearts that can feel these vibrations in order for us to allow ourselves to feel the pleasure and the beauty of nature? Nature's beauty is a gift that cultivates appreciation and gratitude. So I have a gift I want to share with you today, a project I'm working on called Happiness Revealed. And it'll give us a glimpse into that perspective from the point of view of a child and an elderly man of that world.
When I watch TV, it's just some shows that are pretend. And when you explore, you get more imagination than you already had. And when you get more imagination, it makes you want to go deeper in, so you can get more and see beautiful things. Like the path. If it's a path, it could lead you to a beach or something, and it could be beautiful.
You think this is just another day in your life? It's not just another day. It's the one day that is given to you today. It's given to you. It's a gift. It's the only gift that you have right now, and the only appropriate response is gratefulness. If you do nothing else but to cultivate that response to the great gift that this unique day is, if you learn to respond as if it were the first day in your life and the very last day, then you will have spent this day very well. Begin by opening your eyes and be surprised that you have eyes you can open. that incredible array of colors that is constantly offered to us for pure enjoyment. Look at the sky. We so rarely look at the sky. We so rarely note how different it is from moment to moment with clouds coming and going. We just think of the weather, and even of the weather we don't think of all the many nuances of weather. We just think of good weather and bad weather. This day, right now, is unique weather. Maybe a kind that will never exactly in that form come again. The formation of clouds in the sky will never be the same that is right now. Open your eyes, look at that. Look at the faces of people whom you meet. Each one has an incredible story behind their face. A story that you could never fully fathom. Not only their own story, but the story of their ancestors. We all go back so far. And in this present moment, on this day, all the people you meet, all that life from generations and from so many places all over the world, flows together and meets you here like a life-giving water if you only open your heart and drink. Open your heart to the incredible gifts that civilization gives to us. You flip a switch and there's electric light. You turn a faucet and there's warm water and cold water and drinkable water. It's a gift that millions and millions in the world will never experience. So these are just a few of an enormous number of gifts to which we can open your heart. And so I wish you that you will open your heart to all these blessings and let them flow through you, that everyone whom you will meet on this day will be blessed by you. Just by your eyes, by your smile, by your touch, just by your presence. Let the gratefulness overflow into blessing all around you. And then it will really be a good day.
Thank you. Thank you very much.